Charles "Chuck" Morgan was a seemingly ordinary man, a successful escrow agent and family man living in Tucson, Arizona. But his death in 1977 revealed a hidden world of secrets, danger, and unanswered questions that remain unsolved to this day. Charles Morgan was a 39-year-old escrow company owner, specializing in handling sensitive real estate transactions in Tucson. By all outward appearances, he led a quiet life with his wife, Ruth, and their 4 daughters. However, beneath the surface, Morgan was entangled in something far more dangerous than routine financial dealings. According to his wife, Charles confided that he had been working undercover for the federal government, possibly assisting in investigations related to organized crime and money laundering in Arizona. These claims would only come to light after his mysterious disappearance and subsequent death. On March 22, 1977, Charles Morgan vanished without a trace. 3 days later, he reappeared at his home in a disheveled state, unable to speak due to a mysterious substance allegedly applied to his throat. Communicating by writing, he told Ruth that he had been kidnapped, tortured, and that his life, and his family's lives, were in grave danger. Morgan refused to go to the police, claiming it would only escalate the threat. He hinted at being involved in secret work with law enforcement but provided no concrete details. On June 7, 1977, Charles Morgan disappeared again. 9 days later, his body was found in the desert near his car. He had been shot in the back of the head with his own .357 magnum revolver. Oddly, he was wearing a bulletproof vest, and a pair of sunglasses that didn't belong to him were found at the scene. In his car, police discovered a wealth of bizarre evidence. A note with cryptic directions and references to the Bible. Maps and hand-drawn diagrams. A piece of paper with the names of several known mafia members. Adding to the mystery, a $2 bill was found clipped to his underwear, covered in handwritten codes, Spanish names, and Bible citations. The references pointed to passages about betrayal and death. Despite the odd circumstances, authorities quickly ruled his death a suicide. However, many, including Morgan's family, believed he had been murdered. Shortly after Morgan's death, a woman identifying herself only as Green Eyes contacted a local TV station. She claimed that Charles had been working with federal agents and had met with her several times in the weeks before his death. She also stated that Morgan had given her documents implicating powerful individuals in illegal activities, including money laundering and organized crime. According to Green Eyes, these documents had since been turned over to the right people. Her identity was never uncovered, and her claims were never verified. Tucson in the 1970s was a hotbed for organized crime, particularly involving money laundering operations connected to the mafia. As an escrow agent, Morgan would have had access to financial records that could expose illicit transactions. Some investigators theorized that Morgan may have been laundering money for criminal organizations before deciding to cooperate with federal authorities. If true, this double life could explain why he believed his life was in danger. Adding weight to this theory, reports surfaced that Morgan had testified in a secret grand jury investigation shortly before his death. However, due to sealed records, this has never been confirmed. 1. Suicide theory. The official ruling of suicide has been widely criticized. Skeptics point out the improbability of someone shooting themselves in the back of the head while wearing a bulletproof vest and leaving behind cryptic clues. Many believe Morgan was executed by organized crime figures who feared he was leaking information to authorities. The staged crime scene, odd artifacts, and lack of defensive wounds suggest a professional hit disguised as a bizarre suicide. 3. Government conspiracy. Given Morgan's alleged claims of working with federal agencies, some theorize he was eliminated due to knowledge of sensitive operations or corruption within law enforcement. 4. Psychological breakdown. Another theory posits that Morgan was suffering from severe paranoia or delusions, leading him into a web of imagined threats that ultimately culminated in suicide. Despite numerous investigations by journalists and independent researchers, no definitive answers have emerged in the Charles Morgan case. The FBI has never publicly acknowledged Morgan's alleged involvement in any undercover operations, further fueling speculation about a cover-up.